This video is for my newsletter members only. So if you don't subscribe to the newsletter, go ahead, top right of the page, subscribe to the newsletter, and then you'll be able to pick up on what we're doing here. I've got my 2 bags of hummus, and I've got my tomato plant indeterminate ready to go, and we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to walk you through this. So we're digging our hole. We've got a spot 3 feet wide, and we're going to go 2 feet deep and get this tomato plant ready to go. Okay. We have our hole dug 3 feet wide, 2 feet deep, and now we're going to work in the hummus that we just bought, and we're going to mix that up with the dirt. Alright, so let's take one of our bags of organic hummus, just drop it on in, open it up, get all that down in there, and then we're going to throw some dirt that you pulled out of the hole and mix that together. It needs to be mixed pretty well. So now that I got a bag of hummus in there, I'm going to get some of my dirt that I pulled out of the hole and throw it back in, just a little bit, because if this is your first time, your soil is not good. So that's why we got the bags of hummus. So let's go ahead and work that together, and then when we get that done, we're going to repeat it one more time. We're going to get another second bag of hummus, dump it in, mix it together with some of our other dirt. You want to mix this thoroughly. And I don't use gloves. Some people use gloves because they don't want to get their fingers dirty, but it makes me feel like more of a man, and that is confirmed when I get out of the garden and my wife and I have tender time. So I don't use them. I don't use any protection. Anywho, second bag of hummus coming in. I always like to beat the bags. Empty that in there. Get your more dirt. And I like to raise the bed up. You know, I'm a fan of the raised bed method, so let's go ahead and pile it on up here. Get some of that dirt we pulled out. We're going to mix that together with the hummus, and then we're going to be ready to set the plant. Got our tomato plant that we bought from Lowe's or Home Depot. Sad to say. You know how against that I am. Grow everything from seed. That way you know what you're getting. You don't know how long these things have been sitting in the sun without any water. But let's leave that aside. We're going to set the plant. Let's go ahead and dig our hole. This is loose soil here, so it's not going to be a problem. A lot of people plant at a depth lower because roots will shoot out. I plant at normal depth. So we got our plant there. Fill it in loosely around there. Tuck that soil in just a little bit, not too hard. And then I just pile the soil up around it. Pretty easy. Just a little pressure there to get the soil around it. All right, so we have our watering can. Now we're going to water the plant. You want to water it thoroughly. Let that soak in a second. Water it thoroughly the first time because you want to let those roots get a good hold. Spread it out a little bit. Let that water sink in. Keep watering it. You want to let those roots get firmly established. Now that we've watered our plant, we're going to let it grow a day or two, and then we're going to stake it or cage it so we can keep it off the ground. And if you use my compost tea, your plant will look like my plants.